fucking insane piece of cinema that has haunted my dreams for the last 2 nights.
It's wild, and what's crazy is that it gets darker as it's going on. It gets darker and it gets weirder, which is what I like. It kind of it eases you into it. I
gotta be honest, when we first were putting it on, Greg warns me and he's like, this movie's fucking crazy, and I'm like, all right, I'm into that. Yeah. And like the first half hour, I was kind of like,
the first half hour is a very normal movie.
It's not normal, but it almost gave me the feeling of like, okay, I get it. Like, wow, this is weird, cool. Like, it felt almost like sophomoric in a sense. To me,
maybe.
I mean, that was my opinion. Certainly, I'm not saying that about the film at all. I actually loved it. I don't know if I loved it. I really liked it, but that was just my first impression.
It gets weirder and it gets darker, and I think it kind of says a lot. Boots Riley, he self-describes as a communist, so obviously his first movie is going to be like very anti-capitalist. I don't want to say propaganda, but it's a very anti-capitalist movie. And I think a lot of the absurdity that comes in, and the darkness that comes in later on in the movie, kind of shows that as you get higher up the corporate ladder, people are willing to do more immoral things.
Absolutely.
And, it's one of my favorite... It's so small, but it's like... The first scene is he's coming to a job interview at the Regal View, which is the telemarketer that he works for, Cassius, and he brings a kind of trophy with him. And, it's just this small thing of like, we're already in the world where kind of things are a little bit ridiculous. And
yeah, for sure.
And then there's like a first kind of gag that's with the... with a copy maker in the beginning when, it's his first day on a job and the copy maker is kind of going insane behind him and like 2 guys are trying to fix it. And it's you're into the ridiculousness already. And I think like it kind of gets at the heart of like everybody's worked somewhere that's falling apart.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, I've literally had this job before.
Yeah. Yes.
When I was in high school, I worked in a call center. It was for a medical company, but it was essentially the same shit. It was just like peddling bullshit to elderly people.
Yes. And they picked such like a perfect like immoral job to just start off at.
Right.
And I mean, you look at just like peddling bullshit to older people and kind of that's like. You're crossing moral boundaries a bit, but then when you get up to like what CEOs are doing, cutting workers' benefits, cutting healthcare for workers, and then with the big companies, with oil companies, when they're willing to pollute the planet, as you get higher up, it's darker, it's weirder, it's more absurd, it's more we're willing to do whatever we want to make a profit. There's another character I like. Is Armie Hammer's character is Steve Lift, who is the CEO of Worry Free. And
by the way, what a brilliant job that actor did.
Armie Hammer, amazing.
I don't know who that is. But that's the guy who plays the CEO.
Is Steve Lift, and he's hilarious because I always thought like. That's what Donald Trump Jr. thinks he looks like. Like that's the guy who Donald Trump Jr. and like any bro CEO.
He's a good looking dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, he fucking killed that.
He
role.
Does kill it.
I hated him. Like that's the ultimate test of like, I truly fucking hated him.
No.
And you have to just recognize that's a talented. I mean, that's basically doing your job extremely well.
Well, Armie Hammer had like kind of like an interesting career almost when a couple of years ago he was kind of like being built up to like be the next action hero.
Yeah, I can see that.
He was in that He was in that Lone Ranger movie where Johnny Depp plays an American Indian.
Did that actually happen, or
No, that happened.
Because there was a few that like crumbled apart because Johnny Depp just started going completely insane.
There are a lot of Johnny Depp movies that fell apart. Right. There's the Biggie Smalls and Tupac movie.
Yeah.
And
I'm fucking glad that fell apart.
Well,
Johnny
I don't
Depp playing a fucking detective investigating Biggie
right.
Smalls.
I don't know if you've seen the TV show that covers it. There's a mini series that covers the Biggie and Tupac murder.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, it follows Russell Poole's original investigation in the early '90s, and then kind of cuts to the 2002 investigation into it. And you know, both the lead detectives end up quitting afterwards because I think they kind of realized that there was a cover up there. But
yeah, we're jumping around like crazy.
We're jumping around like crazy.
Before we get into, Greg's gonna lay out exactly what happens in this film, which is obviously the topic at hand today. But you just reminded me. I just wanted to give a shout out to Jam Master Jay, man.
Yes.
This hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yes.
They finally arrested the people allegedly responsible for his murder. And if anyone is interested in this particular case, go back and watch the 2018 remastered series episode called Who Murdered, I think it's called Who Killed Jam Master Jay. It's, first of all, it's a fucking great documentary, but second of all, at the end of the movie, they literally name these two guys that were just arrested.
Really?
They had it figured out.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where people kind of were circling these guys for a while, and they just didn't have enough to make a case.
Yeah.
But apparently now there's cooperating witnesses.
All right, well, good. I'm glad.
So that means a couple of the people who were in the building that day when he got killed are cooperating now.
Yeah.
But